Constituency Development Fund?
It was very exciting. In fact, when we were going for the elections of the committee, I was not going to be the chairman. My chairman was Charles Kilonso, who was in the previous committee headed by a very good man, fine man, engineer from Olkalau, Karube. Then for some reason, there was a problem within the Wiper party. I don't know whether they were Wiper those days or ODM Kenya. I think ODM Kenya.
Yes.
And so the Honorable Charles had resigned from the party. So, I mean, from the committee. So that's why I put myself there and I was elected. It was one of those very, very powerful committees in the House. And in a way, it was helped me manage So I was the chairman of the CDF committee. I was a member of the speakers panel. So, and every member had a CDF, including ministers. But we were able to stand even some propositions that were being entertained to do what we felt was not focusing on the poor. And I think we made a lot of difference. And CDF still has a major role to play. In the ideal democracy, MPs should not have a kitty, but other democracies like India and the rest of the Philippines have, and we travel all over the place just to learn from them on the best courses, Uganda, Zambia. But if you look at our stage of development, in fact, now I'm saying, instead of the three functions we talk about, representation, oversight, and lawmaking, there is actually a sort of fourth function known as service delivery. And this service delivery comes in two forms. One is to make representation for national government to provide and county government now to provide. But also you as a member of parliament, you go to the Barasa and you want to know how your people are behaving. And like for me, I would say one mama, one muse, one young man, and they'll tell you, Mheshimiwa hapa hakuna bridge, hakuna hospitali, hakuna darasa. So we felt we needed, I used to call it like first aid. While we are waiting for national government to bring the hospital, I can start with a dispensary.
Yeah.
Do you know there are some places in this country where even to get those malaria drugs, you couldn't get them? We had a national policy about for every 5 kilometers there should be water by the year 2000. I can tell you from Turkana to a place known as Kerio, 70 kilometers down the road, zero water. Zero, no water facility anywhere in between. And so CDF was quite handy in trying to make a small bowl here. Many times just a well, one classroom for standard 8 so that they know they're living masters. That gave them a motivation to work hard. We had to make sure that we get these solar batteries for standard 8 even to study because the connectivity to the national grid was absent. So, these kind of things help in a big way.
Okay, so that's an amazing explanation of how your influence on where we are at now was from the start. And currently, we are a very agriculture and labor-intensive economy. And seeing even how the president's perspective has taken in terms of subsidizing the price of fertilizer in order to, assist farmers in production, we cannot negate how important agriculture is to this economy. And you seem like you are the best person to answer this question because you hold an MSc in agriculture and economics, a bachelor in science and agriculture from the University of Nairobi, and now, as you've stated, you are a legal expert as well. So, what would be your message to Kenyans who want to occupy the space in the agricultural value chain to make our country food secure in line with SDG number 2 of zero hunger?
Well, I may not be the most competent person to answer because I still have my professors at the university who can give us. But given my experience, you can only negate agricultural production and productivity at our own peril. Every country, first and foremost, is about food security. Two, in terms of our own economic contributions, agriculture still contributes about 24% to the GDP, and that has been for the longest.
Yeah.
Manufacturing 8%, the services is a bit more, but services are frequent. I mean, you see now with volatility in the financial markets, with inflation, with the shilling against the dollar. So these are things that are completely volatile. But for agricultural production, and I think I want to support what the president is doing now in terms of the aggregation centers for markets, in terms of investing more. In fact, the figures are so huge. We are spending a lot of money importing food.
Yeah.
So by growing more, by increasing our productivity, then it means, one, food security. Two, it means that we're also going to save on the money we are spending. And now with the shilling on a free fall, so it's going even to be worse. So if we can save from those food imports, then we are better off. And we have a good agricultural country. In fact, we have only utilized 20%, what you call the high potential areas, which was one of the big mistakes we made in 1965 in terms of sessional paper number 10. And we forgot 80% of the land mass, which includes southern and northern rangelands, that we should be able to put into production. I am praying that in the next dispensation, we can actually, in this current dispensation and the future, we should be able actually to extensify. Not intensify, yes, but also extensify agricultural production so that we bring more land to production.
Wonderful. And with that, we're going to take a short break here at Iwifa TV. You're here with me, Wesley Jeff. And we are interviewing the one and only Right Honorable Senator Ekwee Ethuro. Okay, we will consider that a myth debunked.
Mheshimiwa, what is your parting shot, keeping in mind the rumor out there that you are going for senatorial seat 2027 in Turkana County?
Treat it as a rumor.